Parks and Pathways would be probably just over $100 million of damage that they've suffered in that kind of a ballpark estimate. People need to understand these are very, very preliminary estimates on very, very little information, and in all likelihood they are going to increase in value, the repairs, and significantly.
Well, as you can see here, a lot of debris, a lot of silt deposition. We've had some damage to the bridges that are irreparable. Some of the bridges have to be replaced. Some of the boardwalks, some of the viewing platforms, again, have to be replaced.
What we saw today was the things that people don't see. We see serious damage, we've seen serious change in the river course, we see infrastructure that's been seriously damaged that we've looked at, but we really haven't been able to get to yet and do a very careful assessment and then start to do a detailed estimate of what it's going to cost to repair and how we're going to go about that.
So repairs here are quite a complex balance of looking at environmental factors, looking at the erosion factors, and looking at the existing infrastructure that's there along 8th Avenue. Here what's happened is the Bow River has really cut almost a full new river channel. It's moved over almost completely from where it was before the event, and the scour has gone all the way to bedrock here. So from the bank that we can see behind me, the depth of the water there goes down 14 meters to the toe, so it's gone all the way down to bedrock. Like I said, it's very much a delicate science in that we're looking at balancing the effects on this site with the effects both upstream, downstream, and across the river. During the event, a lot of material was moved. Some of that material is natural material, like boulders, and that certainly does create a very different navigational situation from what we would have had before the event. So even some very experienced boaters who may know the river quite well will be re-experiencing a very new river.
Any thought of long-term or large-scale dredging of any of the riverways?
Generally not. Rivers have a natural balance of energy, sediment, and water flow. And if we upset that balance by changing the shape and plan form of the river, there can be really significant consequences to bank erosion downstream and channel properties downstream. So it's a area that really has to be thought of carefully. Although this is a relatively small site, again, over 800 tons of rock were brought in to protect this site in an emergency manner during the flood event.
What damage would have been left behind if you guys did not throw this, 800 tons of rock into place?
We're quite certain that portions of Memorial Drive would have been impacted. Other buried services could have been impacted, including sewer lines, electrical lines, telecommunication lines. Involve concrete walls, moving